Hello, this is the March 2025 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. My name is Eric Richardson, Senior Fiscal Analyst with the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video covers Iowa General Fund revenue for fiscal year 2025 year to date. Due to accounting procedures, it is not possible to provide revenue updates at the start of the month until all transactions have been processed. For March 2025, the issues were eliminated with transactions processed on April 2nd. Through April 2nd and on a fiscal year basis, net receipts decreased $614 million and 9.5%, a decrease from the negative 7.9% growth rate calculated through March 3rd. For the fiscal year, there have been minor increases of 0.2% in individual income tax and 0.1% in sales and use tax, while there have been decreases of 18.5% in corporate income tax and 48.5% in inheritance tax. Meanwhile, other taxes have decreased significantly by 68.8% due to less pass-through entity tax revenue. Breaking overall net revenue into gross receipts and refunds, the current situation looks more positive. Gross revenues through April 2nd have decreased by 6.2%, but the growth in net revenue comes in at minus 9.5%, due to an increase of 20.7% in the refunds coming from the general fund. While gross deposits of sales tax have increased 0.1% for the fiscal year, sales tax transfers out of the general fund to the school infrastructure fund have decreased by 2.6% in FY 2025. This chart shows fiscal year 2025 year-to-date net revenue growth as we calculate it for these monthly video memos. Growth through April 2nd is $152 million lower than the growth calculated through March 3rd. Since March 3rd, individual income tax withholding contributed minus $97 million to the decrease. With the initiation of a significant tax rate reduction as of January 1st, 2025, individual income tax can be expected to slow for the remainder of this fiscal year and after. Additionally, a decrease in PTET revenue contributed minus $53 million to general fund growth since March 3rd. As a reminder, the PTET began in FY 2024 with retroactivity to tax year 2022. A high amount of revenue was collected by the state during FY 2024 due to this retroactivity, with a lower amount of revenue collected in FY 2025 compared to FY 2024. Also, PTET tax credit claims for revenue previously collected continue to be processed, which decreased general fund revenue. Meanwhile, total tax refunds declined by $31 million from March 3rd, contributing positively to general fund revenue growth. The Revenue Estimating Conference, or REC, met on March 13th. The new REC estimate for the current year subtracted $19 million from the level projected in December 2024, with income tax decreasing by $25 million, sales and use tax decreasing by $88 million, and refunds increasing by $57 million, partially offset by increases in the corporate income tax by $72 million and miscellaneous tax by $18 million. Fiscal year 2025 net revenue is now projected to decrease $621 million and 6.4% compared to actual FY 2024 net revenue. The REC subtracted $218 million from the December estimate for the upcoming 2026 fiscal year, and the new estimate calls for a decrease of $627 million and 6.9% compared to the latest FY 2025 estimate. In summary, the year-to-date rate of net revenue growth decreased from March 3rd through April 2nd, and overall growth of negative 9.5% remains below the negative 6.4% expected for the entire fiscal year. Previously enacted tax rate reductions specific to inheritance tax, individual income tax, franchise tax, and insurance premium tax are expected to weigh on the rate of general fund growth for the remainder of fiscal year 2025 and beyond. Thank you for taking the time to study Iowa's general fund revenue situation. Goodbye, and please check out the next monthly video memo in early May.